Hello and happy 4th from Ace Role-Playing Games to all of my gamers out there and all my friends who are gamers who aren't part of Ace but are having themselves a good time and getting a chance to play today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here to talk about the fun that is Ace Role-Playing Games and our slogan, Gaming for Good. Now, Ace, first and foremost, stands for Achieve, Create, and Entertain. And that's what our purpose is. We're here to achieve more in our lives than what's just only allowed through what we learn in school and things like that. We're here to create a story together. And we're here to entertain each other and grow and become better. So, achieve, create, and entertain. And our slogan, Gaming for Good, is just that. Our goal is to help our players become good members of society by giving them an opportunity to role play and learn the things they didn't learn in school. And then on top of that, we're also gaming for good because we want to give good back to our societies, back to our groups and our friends and our other players in the group. We want to do good. We also want to make good habits in our role-playing so that we're good gamers. And finally, we also want to make this a good habit for the rest of our lives. And we're going to be gaming for good. That's it. We're done. So that's Ace Role-Playing Games, Gaming for Good. And one of the things that I want to highlight about Ace is our goal to help players be able to do things like innovate and use tools that are available for new and innovative things. So, as an example, and spoiler alert, I'll find out where you need to skip to in order to skip the spoiler alert, but this is in regard to a very old Deadlands adventure. And this Deadlands adventure is called Daddy's Boy. In most cases, when you have a Hellstrom Industries Wasatch Rails automaton that you see, first you freak out because it's this huge mechanical monster with a Gatling gun on its left arm and a big pincher claw on its right arm. But it turns out that this one actually has remembered who it is, so it's not dangerous to you or to the boy who's talking to it. It's dangerous to the retrieval squad who come and try and pick it up. He's already had several blasts to his chest, but he's okay. And it's been a case where he has now stood up, and the retrieval squad is there, and he exits the barn. Now, the trick here is that most people use them as a meat shield, and because as a rule for Savage Worlds, you as a game master hand your allied NPCs, those who are not actual players, but they're like other wild cards and extras. Any allies, you hand them to the players to play. You don't worry about running them yourself, which is one of the nice features about Savage Worlds. Anyway, you hand Rob Conway to one of the players to play on their same turn of initiative. And I'll get into how you get initiative off cards, in another episode. But you hand him to him, and in most cases, people use him as a meat shield, and he's a good meat shield. He's quite effective as a meat shield. However, one of my players one time, he took Rob and because one of the descriptive parts about this automaton is that since they run on fires and steam from the ghost rock that fuels them, that this guy figured, since he's producing steam out of the smokestack that comes up his back, he had him bend forward and throw a smoke screen over the whole of the grounds. He blew a smoke screen all in front of the bad guys, thus taking away their advantage that they get by doing. They took away the advantage that the bad guys get by having multi-fire firearms. And they still get to roll 3 attack dice, but they don't get to roll wild dice. And so they only had those 3 attack dice, and most of them missed. So that's what he did with the smoke screen. Meanwhile, they were taking aim through the fog, or through the smoke, and they were also martial artists, and it was a really cool adventure. And I watched somebody innovate with a tool that I gave them. And not saying that any solution is better, but the solutions can be thought up like that. So innovation is actually not encouraged or not taught so much in our schooling system. And that's one of the many benefits of role-playing games in general. And it makes it so it makes it so the team can have an advantage because they have a good fighter on their team. So that's what you want to do. You want to try and make it so there's as much fun at the table as possible, and so that people can try new ideas. I mean, had that idea failed, because he rolled really well. I put that down to a roll as to whether it would succeed or not. And he rolled really well. But had it not succeeded, he would have known a way not to do it. So that's the thing about role-playing in general, is that it's a safe place. It's a place where you can go, try something new, and make mistakes. Because making mistakes is actually the way we learn how to succeed. So I will kind of keep this one a short one and say happy 4th of July to you all, and wish you all the best. And until then, this is Mason Emerson with Ace Role-Playing Games. Say keep gaming for good, and I'll sign off until tomorrow. See you then.